Originally, there was a newspaper reporter in Chicago that wrote for the Chicago Tribune. Her name was Maureen Dallas Watkins, and she was writing about some murderesses at the time in Chicago in the 20s. It was actually based on a couple of real-life characters. One was Beulah Annan, who had shot her boyfriend, and the story goes that she shot her, it was sort of a lover of hers while her husband was at work. She shot the lover because he was leaving her, and then she listened to jazz records for about 4 hours while he bled out before she called her husband to say somebody had tried to break in. The other character, real life murderess, was Belva Gardner, who had shot one of her boyfriends. And these women at the time were becoming household names thanks to the newspaper reporting going on at the time. And they were using the press, and the press was using them, and they were parlaying all of that press into vaudeville careers.
Mama, the Tribune calls me the crime of the year, and the news says, not in memory do we recall so fiendish and horrible a double homicide.
Baby, you can't buy this kind of publicity.
Both women were acquitted of their charges, and later in Maureen Dallas Watkins' life, when people had approached her about turning the show into another play, she was resistant, and there was speculation that she felt a bit of responsibility for allowing these murderesses to receive all this press and to eventually be set free. But it was the height of vaudeville in the 20s, and the height of mob sort of laden Chicago, and it was a violent time, but there was this sort of glamorization of crime going on and this sort of instant celebrity happening, which made the show really relevant. And every time the shows come up in history, the play, the show, the movie, you think, God, that's so relevant, and no matter when you do the show, it just seems so relevant. And even now, sort of with the advent of reality television stars, and overnight, somebody's in a reality TV show, then they have a cookbook and a talk show, and the way that people parlay press into careers is exactly what this show is about.
Huron Country Playhouse presents the dazzling Broadway hit Chicago, live on stage July 2nd to July 18th. For tickets and all that jazz, call 519-238-6000 or visit HuronCountryPlayhouse.com.